says, this can't be rice. And I'm like,
Because it's cloudy.
no, and I said, no, that means it's rice.
But he pulled it.
Oh, I had to pull it.
Get his face in here, right? So, we are here today with Mr. Jordan Donnelly, courtesy of his mother, Michelle, who said, you must go talk to my son, the brewer.
That's it.
Feel free to correct me if I pronounce anything incorrectly, but
No
Lough Gill Brewery.
Lough Gill, yeah.
I did it okay.
Not Lough Gill.
See, we've traveled enough to have that much figured out.
Yeah.
But we are here in beautiful Sligo, Ireland,
Yeah.
and Jordan is going to show us around their brew house and tell us a little bit about their beers.
Yeah, so we're here in Sligo town, right on the shores of Lough Gill. So we draw all our water for all our beers from the lake. We're brewing on a 16 hectoliter, which I think is about a 12, 13 US barrel kit.
Yep.
And we've got quite a bit of fermentation capacity right behind us here. We package everything on site in can and keg. And we do a bit of barrel aging here. And yeah, that's gonna...
So I know you guys distribute throughout Ireland?
Throughout Ireland, yeah, we do all self-distribution at the moment. Local market here is where most of the beer stays. Keg focused really, it's where the money is. And then a little bit down to Dublin, a little bit up to Northern Ireland, Cork.
And now you're telling us you guys are starting to distribute your products in the United States. So for our American audience,
Yeah.
tell them here in June of 2019 where they can find your beers in the States.
Yeah, so that's into New York, New Jersey, and Maine at the moment, and a few more coming on.
So a few more he can't tell you about yet, but there's
Yeah.
more places you'll be able to get their beers.
Yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit about your beers and like what some of your favorite ones are?
Yeah, so for the local market, we brew a 4% Irish Red and a 4.2% lager. Just the taste buds around Sligo aren't very extravagant, so they like to drink plain beer.
So, but last night we were at Sligo Beach Bar and we came across your Cutback Session IPA,
Yes.
which we thought was quite tasty.
Yeah.
So do you sell that here locally too, or where do the IPAs tend to be best received in Ireland?
So best received would be down in Dublin, Galway, the main cities basically. But we do have quite a few taps of it around Sligo, and it does get good reception because it's easy drinking. It's 4.5%. It's super hazy, super juicy, so that's what people like. Less bitter.
Yeah. So now in the States, sours are a big thing now. Have you guys ventured into the sour beers?
Yeah, we do. We do sours. It's just Kettle Sours. I don't want to bring any wild bacteria or wild yeast into the brewery. We're a clean brewery at the end of the day, so it's all Kettle Sours. Part of our core range, we do a straight up goes. So it's a traditional German style sour. And then we've got a few rotational kind of seasonals. We've got one that's mango, passion fruit and guava sour. And we've done a raspberry, peach, cherry, just anything that we can.
So how do you find that the Irish palate is taking to these fruited sour kind of beers?
Pretty well actually. Yeah, they're easy drinking. They're low on alcohol. And some people that don't really like beer and they like that taste, they're loving them because they're fruity.
So do you think that these new kind of flavors of beers are like bringing new people into the craft beer experience?
I think so, yeah, because it's a gateway beer, as I call it. They'll try this and then they'll go and try maybe something else. An IPA, New England IPA that has those fruity tones coming through. And then it gets people kind of going, oh, this is actually pretty good. I'll go try a few other beers from around the country, and that's how I find that people get into it. So sours are a good gateway beer.
Tell us about yourself, Jordan. I understand your mom. You're like 22 years old?
I'm 22, yeah.
And you're brewing beer for a living.
I'm brewing beer for a living.
How did you get to this point so young? Because I'm completely envious.
Yeah. So when I left school, I'd done a year of college in Dublin. I'd done furniture design. It wasn't for me. I used to leave lectures early and go try craft beers in the local bar, and then get the bus home and get picked up by my mother. She would be like, "Are you drinking?" And I was, no.
Mother always knows.
Mother always knows, she can smell it. So that's how I piqued my interest in that. And I failed college, obviously, my first year. And I said to my parents, look, I'm not going back. I was working in a bar part-time, and I was kind of toying with the idea of going full-time there. And thank God they said, my mum and dad said no. So I said, look, what, if I can't drink it for a living, I'm going to go make it for a living. So I got an apprenticeship in Brecon Brewhouse, which you guys were on. Moved on to a bigger brewery. We're brewing on a 50 hectolitre batch size, 3 times a day. Pretty, just pumping beer out. I was only there for 8 months when I got a call from James, and I came out here, and I've been here since, a little over a year and a half later.
So Jordan, you're getting ready for your Monday brew day. Can I ask you, where do you guys get your malts from? Anything, place in particular? Any specialty malts?
So we buy all our malts from Lough Gill Family Malts, based in Dundalk. It's all Irish grown, and so that's all our base malt is from them. And then we buy all our specialty from them as well. They have the import license for Castle Maltons, based out of Belgium. Basically, Lough Gill's our one-stop shop for everything. We can get malt, hops, yeast, spices, kegs, anything you can think of. They load it onto one pallet, and we can get it here.
And any particular hops or malts that are your favorites of yours to work with?
Favorites of mine would probably be, I'm a sucker for a bit of Citra and Eldorado hops. Something just juicy. The styles I like to brew are kind of IPAs and just big dirty stouts. Things that people like to drink.
So we're from Maryland, and Maryland is historically famous for its rye grains and rye whiskeys. My personal, and I love all kinds of beers. My favorite is a black rye IPA. Do you guys do one of those?
We don't, unfortunately, no.
Would you?
Maybe. I'll never rule it out.
So we're back here with Jordan at Lough Gill Brewery in Sligo at their canning line. So you mentioned you got an Italian canning system here. What's the capacity for this thing? Like, how much beer can you can in an hour?
It works out about 35 to 40 cases an hour. It's not the fastest machine in the world, but it's not the slowest machine in the world. Once it's dialed in and beer's coming through nicely, all you have to do is keep the cans loaded and keep them coming off the line. It kind of runs by itself.
Gotcha. So you guys, what do you find here mostly in Ireland? Are most people shipping cans or bottles or doing both? Or?
We've noticed a big shift in cans recently here in Ireland. Bottles have kind of died off, and breweries that were doing bottles have now shifted to cans. We set out from day one, we were always going to package into can because of the export to the States. It's an easier shipment. It just travels better in cans. It does. Less chance of breakage. Yeah, and no light to the beer. And you can fit more on a pallet. Yes. So, but yeah, there's not many breweries that have their own canning line in Ireland. So there's a mobile canning crew that's going around. We used them originally before this guy arrived, but it just means if we have a beer that is mostly set for a keg and we want to pull off 30 cases, we have the freedom of doing it. Instead of getting these guys in to do 30 cases for us, it wouldn't be feasible. So yeah, it works out pretty well having our own on site. So, can you tell us a little bit about this Lough Gill Brewery? You've only been open since 2016, 3 years, and we've been around the area, and you guys have got a really great reputation. And as I said earlier, we've sampled one of your beers, and we thought it was really good. Can you give us a little background on the brewery here? Yeah, so Lough Gill started brewing in December 2016. Same kit, same original kit we have here. The initial brewing was made, we've got the contract with the US, so that was getting going from there. And the local market was a big thing that we had to do, and we wanted to push beers locally. So yeah, it's been hell of a ride so far. So 3 years from opening the doors to distribution throughout Ireland and other countries. Now you're going to the States, so it sounds like things are going pretty well. It is. Zooming right along. What's the long-term goal? Sky's the limit. You're gonna. Long-term goal. Just produce great beer and hope that people enjoy it.